There's a trader called Vince who quietly pulled off something almost no one in the prop firm world believes is possible. He collected more than 800K in only 30 days. And he did it with a method so simple that most traders ignore it because they think trading must be complicated. Today, I am breaking down exactly how he did it so you can understand the real structure behind a monster payout. Now let's get straight into it. The first thing you must understand is that Vince was not always a winning trader. In fact, he went through so many resets that he jokingly calls himself the king of resets. He was the guy blowing accounts, chasing moves, thinking he saw something in the chart, entering too early, too late, or for the wrong reason. He spent years like that, 5 years of hit and miss trading. But here is what makes his story different. He never accepted that inconsistency was his final destination. He kept digging, he kept learning, and he kept subtracting the junk from his trading. His big change came from something almost every trader has heard of, but few actually do. He simplified. At first, he was using footprint charts, market profile charts, 5-minute charts, long time frame charts, reaction charts, and a bunch of indicators that made his screen look like a spaceship. He understood all of them, but understanding is not enough when your brain is full of noise. Imagine trying to hear someone whispering good advice while 10 people shout in your ears. That was his trading. So even when the right trade showed up, his mind was too busy to catch it. The turning point came when he found a system. He did not become profitable the moment he saw it. In fact, he bought it and barely used it for months. He kept trading the old way, but something inside kept bothering him. He knew he needed one clear structure, one map, one tool that connects everything. So he sat down and watched the entire training 6 times. Not once, not twice, 6 times. He took notes. He studied the meaning behind every icon on the chart. And most importantly, he decided to only focus on 2 setups at the beginning. This is where the magic started. By focusing on only a small set of setups, the chart became simple. It stopped being a battlefield. It became a tool. One chart, one set of signals, one rhythm. That alone would have helped him, but he added something even more powerful. A rule that he heard inside the training. The rule is this: get 3 winning trades and stop trading for the day. You do not move. You do not think you are the hero of the market. You do not try to double your account. You walk away. 3 wins, and you leave the charts. This sounds too simple for most traders, but let me show you the math so you understand why it changed everything. Imagine one account, a 100K account. Let's say each winning trade makes you around 250 to 300. 3 wins is around 750 to 900. Let's round it and say 1,000 a day. With one account, many traders get bored. They want more. They push. They overtrade. They go wild. And then they blow it. But Vince had 20 accounts. Yes, 20. And here's the part that shocks people. He was not using big size. He was not trading 10 or 20 contracts. He was using 1 to 3 ES contracts. That is it, 1 to 3. So if one account makes around 1,000 a day, 20 accounts make around 20,000 a day. And if you do this for 30 days, you understand how 800K is possible. There is no magic. It is simple multiplication. It is small wins repeated across many accounts. Now let's go deeper, because this is where most traders get lost. They think the secret is the number of accounts. It is not. The real secret is discipline plus simplicity plus scaling. Let's break it down. First, discipline. Vince used to revenge trade like many people. He would take a loss, feel angry, and immediately take another trade, and another, and another. To stop this pattern, he made a rule for himself. After every trade, win or lose, he walked away from his computer. He used that moment to reset his brain. He would make an espresso, walk around, breathe, anything except stare at the screen. This small action prevented emotional chaos. Second, simplicity. He no longer had 10 charts. He had one structure, one system, one method. When you only focus on one thing, your mind becomes sharp. When you combine many tools, your mind becomes confused. Everything was inside the same chart. Third, scaling. Scaling does not mean taking bigger trades. It means multiplying small wins. His biggest strength was respecting his own risk. Even though he had accounts that allowed large contract size, he did not use it. He kept the size small, 1 to 3 ES contracts. When he used 5 contracts a few times, he only added them through scaling into a winning move. He almost never started heavy. He let the trade prove itself first. Now let's talk about account sizes because this is important for clarity. He used the 300K accounts. Most traders pick the 50K or the 100K accounts, but he went with the bigger ones because he thought one day he would trade the full size. But the funny part is that he never needed the full size. The big account was mostly about giving him breathing room. But the real beauty came from how he traded 20 accounts at once. Traders always want to know how it is possible. The answer is simple. A trade copier. He used the Apex trade copier, which lets you mirror the same trade into all accounts at the same time. So if he bought one ES contract on a main account, it would buy one contract inside all the other accounts. This is why discipline becomes even more important. One good decision becomes 20 good decisions. One bad decision becomes 20 bad decisions. It multiplies everything. So he had to keep his mind calm. He had to stay focused. He had to trust the setups. And he had to stop trading early in the day. Now let's talk about the daily pace because the math becomes very clear when explained simply. If one ES trade makes 50 points, that is huge. But even if one ES trade makes only 5 points and you're using one contract across 20 accounts, that could be 100 across the whole batch. And if you stack a few of those small wins, you reach numbers that look large but are actually made from tiny pieces. This is why he repeated over and over that he did not chase big wins. He did not look for the huge perfect trade. He looked for solid setups only. If he made 500 per account, that was a win. If he made 1,000 per account, that was an amazing day. And by 9:30 in the morning, many days were already done. What I want you to understand is that he did not become an overnight success. He became an overnight success after 5 years of struggling. What made the difference was not talent. It was clarity. The moment his chart became simple, everything else clicked. The moment his rules became simple, he stopped losing. The moment he stopped trying to be a hero, he became consistent. This is something many traders do not want to hear. They want complexity because they think complexity equals intelligence. But in trading, complexity equals confusion. Simplicity equals mastery. Now let's dig into the biggest lesson he shared. He said that before he would see a move happening. One bar goes down, second bar goes down, third bar goes down. And then he would jump in thinking the move would keep going. But that is exactly where the market reverses. He got trapped again and again. This is why he stopped getting caught at the wrong time. He said the chart literally told him when not to enter. And avoiding bad trades is just as important as taking good ones. He was also very clear about something most traders underestimate. Your computer power matters. When you run 20 accounts and a trade copier and a heavy chart template, you need a strong machine. He said he learned this the hard way when his old computer lagged. Lagging in trading is the same as closing your eyes while driving. 1 second can cost everything. Now let's pause for a moment because I want to remind you something. If you're looking for the best Apex promo code that save you real money, the link and code are in the pinned comment. It also supports my work and it gives you the best discount available up to 90%. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you want more deep breakdowns like this. Now let's get back to it. One of the most inspiring parts of Vince's story is that he admits his wins changed his life. But he also says something important. The money did not come because he was trying to get rich fast. It came because he followed boring rules. The money was the side effect of discipline. And if he had tried to chase huge payouts, he would have blown everything. He simply hit small daily wins that stacked like bricks. 3 wins per day. Stop trading. Repeat. That is it. Consistency is not sexy, but it is powerful. Now imagine this. Let's say you do not have 20 accounts. Let's say you only have 5. And let's say you make only $300 a day per account. That is $1,500 a day. Over 20 trading days, that is $30,000. Over a year, $360,000. All from simple wins. No big hero trades. This is how scaling works. You do not need to trade like a genius. You only need to be predictable. Now let's talk about trust, because Vince went out of his way to say that every payout he got was smooth. He had payouts before Apex partnered with Deal, and payouts after. Big payouts. All smooth. No drama. No games. No issues. He said that consistency on their side helped him stay calm and keep trading without fear. He also addressed a question that many people have. Is funded trading real? He said yes, but you need to pick the right firms. There are many new firms popping up, and not all of them will last. But the strong ones do, and the strong ones pay. This is why he kept trading with Apex. They paid him. They supported him. They created rules that were fair and clear. As we get close to the end of this script, let's wrap up the real lessons behind the 800K month. The first lesson is reduce noise. One chart, one structure, one method. The second lesson is follow a rule that protects you. 3 wins and stop. The third lesson is scale small wins across multiple accounts instead of searching for one big home run. The fourth lesson is protect your mental state. Step away from the computer after every trade. And the fifth lesson is keep learning until you fully understand your system. Vince watched the training 6 times before it clicked. Now let me give you one final reminder. The Apex promo code, up to 90% off, is in the pinned comment. It supports the channel and helps you get started with less cost. Also remember to like and subscribe so you never miss the master breakdowns coming next. That is the blueprint. That is the method behind the 800K month. And now it is yours.